how to profit more with a lower ROAS. Your target ROAS should not be the same whether you're spending 50K or 200K a month on ads. Let's do some math and break down the impact of the budget size on the ROAS goals. Let's jump straight to it. In order to understand how budget impact our target ROAS, we need to understand what's our target ROAS or what's our break-even ROAS. So basically, small example, if we have $100 AOV and then it costs us to produce that product 25, some dispute fees, payment processor, refund fees, and then we have shopping costs as well as fulfillment and storage, we get to the point that like, okay, we need to pay $47 to actually get product to the customers. So that leaves $53 to spend on the advertising. So if we spend all 53, we would be on a break even. Basically, we would not earn any money. So that means like we need to hit 1.89 to actually be on a break even. But then if you want to earn $40 out of each with $100, you need to hit ROAS of 2.5. Obviously, it's better if your COGS are lower. So that changes our break even target. So basically then we need to hit just 1.59 to actually be on a break even. Some average scenario is that like out of $100 that your product is priced, around like I would say 10 to 30 is your COGS. Obviously the more the better, but if let's say that's 30, you spend 25% on your advertising, which is ROAS of 4. You spend 10% on your OPEX, which are salaries, agencies you're working with, and softwares and stuff like that. You're left with 30% profit. Obviously, if you decrease that your COGS are 20, that you're more efficient with the ads, let's say 20, but then your OPEX stay the same, your profit goes to 50. But what could happen? You could be like way too many people that like you're spending 30% on OPEX. Your ads are not efficient, so you're spending 30% on ad spend, and let's say your COGS are 25. So basically, then you have just 50% profit margin. So your goal is to actually optimize each of these, optimize your costs, so you're paying less for shipping, you're paying less to produce product, you're more effective with your ads, and then you don't have too much overheads and agencies that you're hiring, then your profit would go up. But the thing is, even with the lower ROAS, you can actually earn more. This is something that I'm telling to my clients because they give me a target ROAS of let's say 2, and then they say, hey, like scale as much as you can. But the thing is, it's not the same if I'm spending 20K a day or if I'm spending 20K a month. Obviously on 20K a day, that's 600K a month. That means that we can actually have lower ROAS targets and still profit more. So how does this work? So basically this is a calculation that I built. Let's first cover the spend and ROAS relationship. So this tells us, okay, like obviously this is revenue. So if you spend 10K with a ROAS of 1.5, you will earn 15K. Obviously, the more you spend with a higher ROAS, you will earn more. If you spend 500K with a ROAS of 3, you will earn 1.5 mil. But that's obviously without the costs. So here I put number that you can define your COGS from a previous calculator. So basically you need to realize how much are you paying to produce the product and to ship it. So let's use that you pay only 20%. So here we have COGS that are only 0.2% of the overall sales. So basically if you're selling product for 100, it takes you like, let's say $10 to build it and $10 to ship it, that's 20. So that's 20% of the 100, which is 0.2. Obviously, you can adjust this based on your COGS. So this is self-explanatory. You earn more when you spend more with a higher ROAS. But the thing is, you can profit 100K with 75K with a ROAS of 3, or you can earn 100K if you spend 75K with a ROAS of 3, because this revenue from this chart, okay, 75 with a ROAS of 3, okay, 2025, but then we are deducting 20% of our COGS. So basically we are left with this profit. But you can also earn 100K if you spend 250K with ROAS of 1.75. So you can see that like ROAS can go down as the spend goes up and we are still earning more money. So it's very important for you guys to understand this, because there's no way you could achieve ROAS of 3 if you're achieving it on 10K a day and if you're spending 50K a day. It just doesn't make sense, because it's harder to acquire customers, but that doesn't mean you cannot earn more money even with a lower ROAS. So obviously if you have COGS that are like way big, so let's say 40%, okay, now things are getting different. So obviously then everything, no matter what we spent at 1.5, we are losing money. But then again, okay, at 100K with a ROAS of 3, we are earning 80K, but we can also earn these 80K if you're spending 250 with a ROAS of 2.25. So basically these cogs are dictating how aggressive you can be at what level of spend. So obviously this calculation is not taking into consideration this OPEX, which are fixed costs, because as you are spending more and you're selling more, for each of the sale, each of the product that you ship, you need to pay the same money to ship it and to produce it. But your OPEX, the cost that you're paying to your agency or paying to your employees, they are not rising proportionally. Obviously there are some OPEX that are built into this calculation that are fixed, but they are not rising proportionally. So basically the most important takeaway of this video is that as you scale, you can have a lower ROAS and still earn more. So let me ask you, would you rather spend 150K with a ROAS of 3 and then earn 200K? Or would you spend 500K with a ROAS of 1.75 and earn 200K? This way, you're acquiring way more customers that would potentially buy again from you. You're capturing the market because you're spending more than your competitors. So that's why it's important to know how your ROAS target is changing as you scale. If you want something like this, implement for your Ecom store so you can actually scale more and spend more, just book a call with me below. If you're not on that level that you're spending 50K a month, just like and subscribe for more useful content like this. Cheers!